I'm just sitting thinking, is the 30 quid a month worth it? Like, is it a pyramid scheme, scam? You know, you don't know until you're in it. But I took the leap of faith and now I'm the owner with it. When I made what was my monthly salary in a day, I was buying off their website, I was buying like 10 grand per order and doing multiple orders a week.
Yeah.
And just selling it for like double on Amazon straight away. Instead of crypto and whatever, gold and silver, just invest in the right Pokemon sets or One Piece or whatever's next up.
So, S-Dog, for people who haven't come across you yet, do you want to tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm Sean, probably better known as S-Dog, currently the owner of Resale Concierge, which is an Amazon group mainly. We've got a good little community. We're doing a lot of TCG and collectible stuff now as well. Most people know me from Twitter controversies back in the day, a bit of drama. Yeah, now I'm owner of Resale Concierge, and yeah, that's where most people know me from.
Very nice. And what sort of stuff were you up to before you got into the Amazon game?
Normal person, mate. Well,
9 to 5?
Yeah, not that I'm not a normal person now, but yeah, just 9 to 5, dead end job. Had kids during COVID, and you know, they took over my life. So I needed something where I could be at home a bit more.
Yeah, definitely.
And spend time with help my missus out and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. There's nothing better than when you first like find out about Amazon and then it allows it to like open up your life and gives you more freedom and allows you to take hours out here and there. I imagine that's amazing with kids. But where did you first hear about sort of Amazon FBA?
So do you want to take a guess? Something
Twitter.
you should know pretty well.
Streaming.
Not quite streaming,
No.
but a different community.
Discord.
No, one that you were very much
Oh, the
involved in.
FIFA. The FIFA community, yes, of course, yeah.
Yeah, Ultimate Team, basically. Obviously, I followed a few guys on Twitter that done Ultimate Team.
Yeah.
Saw one of them, and it's the same one that Duff's actually heard about it from as well. And no, Billy.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a different name back in the day, but Billy anyway. He posted about Resale Concierge back in the day, and I thought it's something I've always wanted to get into because it does fit very well into, you know, what you would do playing Ultimate Team essentially in real life.
Yeah, definitely.
But at the time, you know, it's 30 quid a month, and I didn't really have 30 quid to spare.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and seeing all these success posts, and back then sneakers were quite a big thing as well, sneaker reselling. So I'm seeing all these people making however many hundreds, and I'm just sitting thinking, is the 30 quid a month worth it? Like, is it a pyramid scheme, scam? You know, you don't know until you're in it. But I took the leap of faith, and now I'm the owner of it.
That's great. I remember again with my beginning days as well. I had the exact same thing. I would have been the first person to call out if I joined a sort of group and it wasn't any good. And obviously, there's no kind of bigger cliche than sort of like a pyramid scheme or people just selling courses. But again, I've had the exact same experience. You know, I joined a group, and I'll be honest with you, I couldn't have abstracted more value from that group. And I imagine it's probably, you know, set me up where I am now. But also, like I was saying a second ago, you get quite a lot of people very cynical of the Amazon scene is it actually real, or you just, you know, fall into some sort of pyramid scheme. So what did your family and friends think when they first heard about you doing it?
Didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Still don't to this day. You know, even people outside of family and friends, they say, "Oh, what do you do?" They're quite curious, and you tell them, they're like, "Oh, like drop shipping from China," and I'm like, nowadays I'm just like, "Yeah, something it's similar."
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to explain unless you've done it and you're into it. Yeah, not drop shipping from China.
No, I'd say I'm the exact same thing. Anytime I tell people I do Amazon, they're just instantly it's drop shipping, and I don't want to be offended by it, but I'm like, I feel like there's a fair bit more. Well, it's a different, I guess, skill set as such. But I had an interesting one. So my family were quite interesting. I think I get the sort of like Amazon FBA bug from my family. Like, my family, they love a bargain. Like, they absolutely love a deal. So I actually got back from being on holiday with my family in February and taught my mum how to not quite do Amazon, but basically taught her how to buy and sell stuff on like eBay. She's been doing that over the last few months, and she absolutely loves it. Like, even just for the sake of it, like the thrill of buying stuff and selling it for more. It's really wholesome. And now she's doing it every month, and she's bit like myself and potentially yourself, so addicted to it.
100%. That's one of the biggest things. I mean, the money's obviously great, but it's that like rush and that buzz of getting a great deal, and you know how much money you're going to make off it. But it's the buying of the deal, like getting the bargain.
Yeah, of course.
I'm all about that. I feel like we. I know we were talking before this, but I haven't explained. This is not my bedroom. I'm in a hotel currently. Just so people aren't thinking this is what I live in day to day.
I thought you've gone for the hotel aesthetic in the bedroom.
What a beautiful aesthetic it is here.
So we were talking a little bit there about how you get a big rush when you go and get yourself, a great deal and so on. Do you remember your first great deal or great find that, that really helped you business?
Honestly, it was day one, to be honest. Well, not quite day one. So when I started, it was COVID times. Lockdown was in full effect. People were looking for stuff to do. People couldn't get out of the house. So one of the big things that people were doing was buying swimming pools for their back garden. So I don't even know what you would call them, but like the pop-up pools, basically. But decent ones. Buying hot tubs and kayaks and stuff like that, so they could actually go and do something outside. And Amazon was selling swimming pools for like, I think it was like 60, 70 quid at the time, and you could sell them on eBay the same day for like 180, 190.
Wow.
Kayaks as well. So I think it was my second ever flip. I went to Tesco's with 80 quid in my pocket. I got 2 kayaks and I sold them the same day for 150 quid. Wow. So I've nearly doubled my money. And
so the question is, why weren't people going to Tesco's? Why was it so successful to go and flip it online?
I've asked myself that question quite a few times. What a lot of people don't know. And that's why if you have I'm not going to keep plugging my group the whole podcast, but if you have a community where if someone knows Tesco's have got kayaks in stock, they would ping it in the group or mention it to a few people, and then those people then can go and get it, and by the time anyone else knows, it's sold out.
I guess this will come to, a lot of people go, well, surely if it's that good of a deal, they'll just go and buy all the ones, they'll just go and buy all the ones. But like you were talking about how it's the real life recharge, people can't go all up and down the country to go and get the kayaks. People just don't have the space in their cars to go up and down the country to go and fill their car up with kayaks. So that's the really nice thing about a group is, even though, again, it's a common mindset of, dog eat dog sort of thing, you can actually share information, and you're really not going to be losing out much. And especially if you go and give a deal and then someone gives you a deal back, it's going to be way more beneficial than just gatekeeping that one deal, which you couldn't really take much more of an advantage of anyway.
Honestly, it's a community where it's a big give and take. So if you help people out, they are going to help you out later down the line, and you build little communities within communities. And we have quite a, I wouldn't say small, but it's a very successful collectibles community at the moment. So the Pokemon stuff, One Piece, even tops, stuff like that, Riftbound, we're all helping each other out, and we're all profiting off it. Having the community is a major part of being successful, essentially. And
it's I say obviously helps if it's a very progressive community, rather than people just joining, trying a month, doesn't really work, and then they go and leave. If people are in there month after month, building connections, building kind of loyalties, I'd imagine, to the community, I'd imagine it works really well.
It doesn't, like you said, people. It's one of the things that frustrates me. We have new members coming in, and it's the people that haven't given it a try. He's like, look, this is working. It's working for this many people. I don't want to say you're not putting the effort in, but you're not putting the effort in.
And in the end of the day, it isn't. I'm not going to neglect some people, but it's not necessarily for everyone. There can be a lot of stats. There can be even a lot of patience in there. And I know there's some people in the past who've asked me about the Amazon thing, and I know it's just not going to be again, I think 100%. If you really care enough, and if you work really hard, I think probably anyone can do it. But there are definitely people who are going to be not see instant results and then just instantly just abandon it. On the topic of, not seeing instant results, do you remember any sort of early sort of memory where stuff didn't go well, or you made a big mistake?
Let me have a think. Nothing. Honestly, like I didn't do too badly.
Yeah, no, bro. The first thing I bought, I spent 300 quid, analysed a shit ton of products, only for them to all come out of date. I was like, oh, brilliant, I've got to go and return it. And half of them have so much like dirt, your classic warehouse dirt on them as well. I couldn't sell them anyway. So I had an awful first buy. So to go and I think I bought something from like, I don't know, farm foods or something like that. It was awful.
No, I will tell you, you've actually reminded me. So, but stuff like that you can just send back. So I wouldn't even class that as a mistake, you know what I mean? The one thing I did do is when England were in the Euros, and I'll go into that as well because I had a massive win on that as well. I bought, people in resale concierge were saying like Jack Grealish shirts were going mental, like officially printed
with the woman.
So I was like, okay, so I got one off Facebook Marketplace, I think it was, and I sold it on eBay for double.
Wow.
And by the time, I think it was about 100 quid, which was a lot of money at the start, right? To purchase it, and I sold it for like 200. Yeah. But then the guy said that there was a rip in it when there wasn't, and eBay sided with him, so I was 200 quid down straight away.
Yeah.
And it was at that point, 200 quid was a lot of money at the start. And I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore if this keeps happening. It's such a small thing to happen.
Yeah.
I can see where people can lose that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And would you say from that sort of early mistake, would you say there was any sort of takeaway or anything you used to learn from, maybe some sort of proof of, I guess, the quality?
Not a lot you can do here, essentially.
No.
People do try and scam me on eBay, Vinted, Amazon. Like, there's no getting.
It's a numbers thing, you know. In the end of the day, people can scam you. But luckily, there is so little amount of people that scam you that you might take a very few % of a loss. But in the end of the day, that few % of a loss, if that puts you off, then you're never gonna be able to thrive with like the 95%, the 97% when stuff does just go smoothly. In all fairness, you have the other way around where like maybe you've made a mistake sending something in, and sometimes people will just be happy with the item you've gone and sent in. Yeah. So I'm not saying that you're scamming the customer, but sometimes you have the vice versa where actually people are giving you the benefit of doubt, maybe when they're the ones being a bit hard done by. So it's a bit of karma, really.
Well, I've seen people, so I know people that have sent in, say, just for an example, shampoo, right?
Yeah.
And they're sending a 50ml shampoo, but they've accidentally sent in 100ml.
Yeah.
The customer's got extra, paid less, and still can put in complaints about it. You know what I mean? You're getting double the amount and you complain about it. But back to the England Euros thing, I think it was the Euros when they played Italy in the final.
Yeah.
Was that Euros?
Yeah, Euro 2024, I'd want to say.
No, it was before
2022. 2022.
No, I think it was Euro 2020, but it got delayed. That was the one. So me and my mate bought tickets for the final when they came out. Just, you know,
it was in England, wasn't it?
Fine. So we just bought tickets to go to the final because it's a once in a lifetime thing. I think we paid like 500 quid each, which was retail at the time. England kept progressing further and further into the competition, and I don't support England. I was supporting Italy that day, but I said to my mate, like, if they get to a certain price, we got to sell them, and he agreed. And I think we sold them for like $3.5 grand in the end.
Very nice.
So this is right at the
lose
start.
Anyway. So
yeah.
So
this is right at the start of my Amazon journey, and that really gave me a boost in what I could do from there.
Yeah, very nice. And would you say there was any sort of big moment in Amazon, or your best moment, let's say, in Amazon, that you could walk us through?
The big moment where it felt like, okay, this is real and I can really do something with it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a couple actually, but I'd say the first one was when I made what was my monthly salary in a day.
Nice.
You know, whatever a low paying job is, I think it's like $1,400 a month or something. When you make that in one day on Amazon, it really makes you think, okay, this is something I can make a living out of.
Was it not progressive? Was it not like you were making a few...
progressive,
I was going to say.
Yeah, obviously. But even with pools and kayaks, so I was only a couple of months in.
Yeah.
And if I had more capital to work with at the start, I could have been doing that daily, you know?
Yeah.
I was selling ridiculous amounts.
Yeah. And that was obviously the, I guess, your solo biggest achievement. What would you say your biggest achievement is since you've been growing your community?
So I wouldn't say there's one point of biggest achievement, but it's an overall thing, and it's how many people you actually help.
Yeah.
You know, when you see some people win, it can feel almost as good as, or even better than doing it for yourself. You know, people you've known for years and digitally or virtually. It's a bit weird at times, but people that you know and you build a relationship with, and you help them win essentially. Over the time of Resale Concierge, there has been well over 3,000 people coming in and out, and obviously not everyone stays, but to have at least tried to help that many people, not all myself obviously, is a good feeling.
Self-rewarding.
It's rewarding.
And how did it go from feeling, again, being very successful yourself to helping all these people? Like, how did that feel? What was it like initially?
So I was kind of doing it anyway. Obviously I was having a decent amount of success myself, and I was flexing it all over Twitter, as you do, or did back in the day. So a lot of people would, I was just doing it to take the piss a little bit, showing my numbers and whatever. I wasn't. But then people started approaching me and saying, "Oh, how do you do this and how do you do that?" And I just started helping them just to help. And I really found the benefit of doing that. Helping other people. It's rewarding.
That's good. And I imagine a lot of the people you go and help, I imagine it's a sort of playbook from basically the stuff you've learned from the beginning to, well, I guess the point we're at right now.
Yeah, some of it. A lot of it would be things not to do.
Definitely.
Amazon can be they're decades at times, essentially.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know that yourself. And it's just what things to avoid. And, sometimes I will give pointers on, like one-to-one pointers on, well, maybe you should buy these products. Or just find a niche, essentially. Obviously, we post stuff that's suitable for a group to buy. But obviously, we're not going to post stuff that might sell 10, 20 units a month. Even if it's quite high profit, it's not going to be good in a group setting.
Exactly.
Because too many people are going to buy it. They're not going to be able to sell it. So I think alongside having a group like ours, or find whatever group you want and you feel comfortable in, finding niches and stuff that you're knowledgeable in.
And even one thing I found regarding niches is just some of again, I'm a massive fan of like test buying. I love just buying 3 things of the most random item that doesn't have too much sales data in the world. Obviously it comes down to how much capital you have. And I've found in the past where I've just gone and bought 3 items, game, complete shot in the dark, and then I've just ended up completely clearing out once those sold in no time. And it's, it really does surprise you. Again, not the most advised method when you're starting off, because obviously you want to be quite conservative.
But when you're a big baller like you, mate, you can do what you want, can you?
I do think it is really good to just, it's also kind of diversifying your sourcing there by going with stuff that you know is going to do well, and then taking a very small percentage risk and seeing if there's some stuff you can learn. And again, would you say there's any completely out there stuff that you never would have thought would have worked, but actually, it's come from one of your favourite sort of things itself, without probably releasing too much information?
No, it's fine, because everyone knows about now condoms.
No.
100%. 100%. Probably apart from the obvious like air fryers and kayaks and pools and stuff like that. Probably my biggest earner ever. That and creatine.
Creatine?
Yeah, there was a creatine shortage a few years ago. Again, if you're knowledgeable about this stuff, you would know. But not many people did know. And
what was my protein doing?
Selling to me.
Do
you know what happened? They emailed me. They said, "We know it's you selling the products on Amazon. Stop doing it," like a cease and desist. So they started threatening legal action now, because I was buying off their website. I was buying like 10 grand per order and doing multiple orders a week. And just selling it for like double on Amazon straight away.
Aren't they a THG group?
So they started threatening me about it. And the week after, they started selling on Amazon. They'd never sold on Amazon before. I must have seen how much I was selling it for. And, You know, they literally, I don't know how they found me. They must have had a fucking private investigators. They found me. They were like, "We know it's you. We know these are your details. Stop," basically.
You didn't back down.
Well, I had to in the end because they.
So the gonads on you if you didn't back down when you.
No, I didn't for a while. But yeah, I got a full ban across the whole THP, the Hut group, so I can't buy any of them. Yeah. Like my missus will try and order something off look fantastic. Be like, "Why's my order keep getting cancelled?" Yeah. I've got no idea. I have no idea.
I remember very early on, I got banned from Beauty Bay, and that was rough. Basically, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely rinsed the living daylights out of them. So fair ban, and actually, I think a few months ago the company went bust, and you know, I think I had that sort of contribution towards that after them banning me. But
it really fucks me off. So these companies that keep going into liquidation, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones that stop you buying their products to resell them. Yeah. Just you're selling the products at the price you want to sell them at. Your business is going under because you're stopping people buying it. Like, yeah, we might be making a bit of profit off it, but you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I had another really weird story where I was doing really well selling like this a certain brand, and then this brand bought. They definitely like paid for some sort of third-party compliance team. And then everything just kept on getting striked consistently. That was a horrible one.
Grayscale.
So, yeah, no. I basically, it wasn't even. It was like some sort of like third party one. But basically, they just nuked my whole account because every single thing on that brand just got compliance striked. And yeah, that was a long day then having to work with Amazon. But that's something that your group helps with, isn't it? When you get strikes and ungating and so on.
Yeah, we help with all of that. Amazon have got a lot stricter these days. So probably a couple of years ago, like stuff like the My Protein thing, I wouldn't even really care. Like I'd just be like, okay, I'll provide an invoice, I'll get over the strike on the account and go again and keep going. Like I don't advise people to do that. That was just me because I was quite risk adverse. So I was happy to just go for it essentially where other people wouldn't. And it can be quite profitable at times, but I certainly wouldn't do it these days.
Yeah, that's just how risky it is.
Just ask for your account to be closed straight away.
So, it's probably been a while since you started using SellerToolKit, but what do you remember the first two features that you really couldn't live without, especially at the beginning of your journey?
So, I actually, and for no reason of the product not being good, because it is very good, I tried to stay away from using SellerToolKit for as long as I could because I was getting quite a good deal with another service.
Okay.
So I was using them for the majority of the time when 99% of people were using STK.
Yeah.
I was one of the ones that was just like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not switching over. But when I did, what I'd realised is I'm not going to name the other service because they are good and I still use them for business and stuff like that. When I became VAT registered, that's when I tried STK. And I noticed my figures between the two, there was a discrepancy of like $6,000 like a month. And I thought this, the data must just not have pulled through from Amazon correctly. So I really dived into it and I realised that the other service I was using weren't calculating my VAT properly.
Okay.
STK do it automatically, perfectly. So at that point I was like, I'm just making the full transition. I mean, that was probably, as an introduction to them, that was where I knew they were a reputable product. And or service, or not product. That's the one I should have been using from the start. Yeah, I mean,
in the end of the day, accuracy just helps you make all your decisions, really. Like, if you've got improper numbers, then you're just going to keep potentially buying the wrong sort of thing. But if you've got the proper numbers, I mean, overall, you're going to know how profitable your business is, but then also individually, you're going to know how profitable your business is.
And one of the things I probably should have used, but I'm a bit of a control freak, and then you said you are as well, is the repricer. Like, I find enjoyment in going through my listings and reducing the price. like undercutting my 1p. No, I don't do that.
I do think at the beginning though it is good to like manually see these sort of things, because then you can understand fluctuations, you can understand, you know, how fast does something go back up once it does go back down, and also you can understand that you can go and lower the price and about 5 minutes later it's even lower, so you could just spend the day, you know, basically fighting reprices manually, which you can learn is a bit of a waste of time.
It's quite fun to fight Amazon's repricer when they, I don't know what they do sometimes. You can keep bringing their price down and then you can buy at the price you want. It's mental. But yeah, like you just said, sometimes we have new sellers come in, they want to get like the reprice and stuff straight away. I'm like, okay, give it a couple of months, do it yourself, learn what it involves, and then go into it.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's good for a lot of the aspects of Amazon, really, is learn kind of the basics yourself. Just like, don't work, like, I would really fear a new seller jumping on instantly spending like 10-20 grand a month on stock. You know, wait for a month, learn what sells, learn what doesn't sell, so you don't get stuck with too much stock or get stuck with too much stuff you can't even sell in the first place. So
yeah, you're going to make
scaling.
You're going to make mistakes, but you just want them to be as small as possible and learning from them. Another one as well is prep centers. So we get new sellers and they're like, oh, I want to use a prep center. I'm like, I know I'm partial for the prep center myself, but you should really learn how to do it yourself. And I know you said you find it quite enjoyable doing.
Yeah, no, I'm arguably a bit of a saddo, but I do enjoy prepping. Although when they ask me to put in like bubble wrap and poly bags, that's when the day gets a bit long. But just slapping a sticker and stuff, or you know, someone's.
Yeah, when I first started, one of the things I would do is I'd pack my boxes before getting to the final stage of shipping, and then it'd be like, these products can't be shipped together, so I have to all my boxes and fucking repack them all. Rookie error.
Yeah, no, sometimes what I'll do is I'll add an item, because half the time other software will say something's hazardous even though it isn't. So sometimes before I even add like 60, I'll add 1 to the shipment, try and process the shipment, and then I'll go and add 60. But yeah, no, or the weirdest one is standard oversized versus like proper oversized stuff where you can send it in a 85 or whatever centimeter box versus the stuff that you can only send in a so that is an absolute nightmare sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard to get your head around it. That's why it's good to do yourself, and then you learn as you go, right?
Yeah, definitely. So if I guess beginning of when you started your Amazon career was to see where you are now, where do you think you'd be most surprised? What sort of element or achievement would you be most surprised at?
Probably the enjoyment I find in helping others.
So Esther, we've had a lovely conversation, but the question is the future. Where do you think the future of reselling is?
Honestly, right now, obviously, I know you sell on Amazon now, you know how you can scale it, what levels you can get it to. So Amazon's always going to be the bread and butter, but I think for people getting their feet wet at the moment, and just something everyone should be doing anyway, is collectibles, TCG, Pokemon.
Yeah.
I know it's a very big thing at the moment, but the money you can make if you do it properly is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I know a lot of Amazon sellers that hold their stock and sell it when people dropped off the listing and stuff like that, and that's a good method to use. If you do that with Pokemon, you go from doubling your money to quadrupling your money in a couple of months. Yeah. Maximum at the moment.
So you think it's basically a mix of multiple different models? It's a mix of more of your passive Amazon, and then it'll be a bit of an investment, but obviously it takes a bit of know-how, which obviously they can learn in Resale Concierge, of the Pokemon and TCG. It's something, again, I can't say I'm too knowledgeable on, but I'm aware that I should be arguably even investing in sort of TCG.
So there is the investing side of it, but honestly, anything you get at the moment, you're doubling your money instantly, for the most part, not everything. I actually spoke to someone yesterday around reselling groups doing collectibles, TCG, and he made a comment. He said everyone just gets the same products now anyway, with the same pings, so it's all much of a muchness. And I was quite offended by it, actually, and I was like, it's absolutely not the case. Yeah, for the most part, we might get some of the same pings, but it's the knowledge that comes with it.
Yeah.
So my business partner in Resale Concierge is a huge Pokemon guy. He teaches me so much here. He knows what to buy, when to buy it, whether it's something you can get graded, which I know Duffs does. He's buying the cars, grading them. Stuff you should invest in, stuff that's going to move soon, what you should sell.
Yeah.
There's so much more to it than just, oh, John Lewis have dropped, buy this, sell it for this, which is a great thing to do. But there's a lot more to it, and you can make a lot more money. And investments, like honestly, instead of crypto and whatever, gold and silver, just invest in the right Pokemon sets or One Piece or whatever's next up, essentially. I won't give too much away, but it's so what we've done recently in Resale Concierge as well, because we've seen this is getting really big.
Yeah.
We've opened up just our collectibles section. Not everyone's going to be interested in selling on Amazon, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So we've left that as the full package or the big package.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But we've actually opened up our collectibles section now, because we know how many people want to benefit from that knowledge.
Yeah. And then is that a cheaper, more discounted rate?
A lot. Yeah. We've priced it too low, I think. So we've actually listed it up for $14.99, and you get all of our collectible stuff, all of our pings, just the knowledge.
Yeah, the valuable knowledge, basically, that you need years.
We've got such a good community there as well, and they're all so knowledgeable, and I'm learning every day from them.
No, that's good.
And it kicks off a bit of a bug, which you'll probably get pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely pretty sold on the success. I'm held responsible. I do hold stock for a bit, so you have half sold me on the Pokemon. So
half sold you. I'll give you a free membership, and then you can fully get into it. See what you're missing.